Okay, so now we snuck over into our herb arena. One that gets overlooked, but we do bring it in, is the purple thistle. You typically don't see this as a 4-inch plant, but we do bring them in. They're a great host plant. You're going to bring in some of the different species of butterfly with this guy. And again, you should be able to have that go to seed within the zone that the mama has dropped her flower head, or you can collect that and disperse it wherever you want. But it's a very, very hardy native. You're going to see these all over the place starting to spike out right now. You can't go wrong with dill, and you can't go wrong with fennel. They really do, the butterflies do prefer the dill, so you're going to get quite a bit of munching on these guys, just like you would on the milkweed. So sometimes people will have an extra batch and kind of keep them protected, keep them to the side, so they've got a buffer to fill in while it's reflushing the first crop that got eaten down. So I do recommend getting plenty. You can start dill fairly easy from seed here. And then the fennel, you have to watch on fennel. They will go after the fennel. I believe the swallowtails really like this, and the pipe vines. But one of the things you have to watch for is fennel cannot be interplanted with most other vegetables, and even some landscape shrubs. Fennel kind of creates its own toxicity off of the root crown, and it'll make that soil around it very unfavorable. So it can actually bring other plants into decline if it's planted too close to them or within certain flower beds. So kind of think of a certain home for this, or maybe do it in a container where you've got control over the entire soil zone. That way you don't have that spread of the toxicity from the root zone itself. But it is a stunning, stunning herb to use out in the garden. And then I got to sneak over here and show you the rue. Rue is also going to be another one that's going to bring in our little swallowtails. And it's a fantastic one also for mosquito buffering. So you kind of get a double here. It smells a little stale, but you can take that leaf, get the oil off of it, rub it on. Typically you should stay in the shade if you're going to be putting the oils on for mosquito buffering. But this is almost more on the biennial side. You'll get a couple years of life cycle and the flower cycle will pop on. But this is a host plant. So you're going to see it getting shooed down. You're going to see the butterflies coming back to the flower, and you're going to get mosquito buffering. So it's kind of a triple home run on this guy for everything you're going to get. And it is really, really hardy in our zone. It will take a partial shade situation. In the sun, you'll see him kind of get a little wimpy late in the day, but wait until the sun has gone away, sunset, see if they stand back up. It could just be a heat issue. It may not be actual drought issues. It could just be them stressing a little bit from the heat. But they do work in a partial area. And then it's a great containerized plant, again, for portability. If you're trying to get more pollinators into your garden, this is another one that's going to bring in those butterflies that'll pollinate a few things that may get lost in the beehive situation. So definitely take a look at the rue, take a smell on it. May not be your favorite scent, but hey, if it keeps the mosquitoes away, I'd rather be a little stinky than be getting eaten alive. And then definitely think about the lavenders. All the lavender blooms are really, really great attractants for the butterflies, and there are multiple series color-wise for the lavenders, multiple leaf series as well as bloom series. One of my favorite is this fern leaf. It has a very, very light, beautiful scent, and the bloom is just really unique, very, very unique. One thing you want to remember on any of these guys, go ahead and deadhead them. A lot of people don't think about that in the cycle of butterfly plants, but when it's going to produce the hips on these guys, it's spending a little bit more energy. So the quicker we can get rid of that and let it go into another bloom cycle, the more energy we're saving for that next cycle of flower. And to deadhead, you just follow this down to the very next junction and just pinch that off once it's all finished. It's already got two little guys. You can already see the little blooms setting down here. So it'll kind of tell you where that next cycle is going to come from. And you can keep them deadheaded, keep a fresher flower cycle, and get more butterflies in. So please help us help you. Come into the garden center, ask us. We'll be glad to show you around and give you some tips on how to put these guys together so you get your own little butterfly bouquet.